recently a tournament which was going on has ended now. It was the Reykjavik Open 2022, in which quite a few Indians participated and a lot of international players also participated. So Gukesh D and Praggnanandhaa were facing each other in the last round. One of them won the match and went on to become the champion. Let's see who it was. So Gukesh D is white. He opens d4, knight f6, e4, e6, knight c3 and bishop b4. The names are Indian. e3, castles, bishop d3, d5, normal development, d takes d5, e takes d5, a3, white wants to remove this bishop, black takes it back because now if he takes this knight there are no double pawns, so there is no use of giving up the bishop, so he goes back, queen c2, b6, b4 to stop c5. Black had two ideas to get his bishop out and to play c5, but black still plays c5 and the center gets opened up, and now there is less tension in the center and the pieces look active. Knight f3, rook e8, castles, because there were some attacks on d4, bishop g4, and white gives this double pawn. He doesn't mind. Bishop d6. Black will try to attack the king now that white has double pawns, but white feels he's safe. Bishop to e5, bishop b5, and here white grabs a pawn. Black exchanges the bishop and then plays rook to e5. White plays bishop into d7, and now some pieces get traded. Bishop goes back, and now white is better. He has a pawn extra, and he has a bishop also. White tries to exchange the queens, but here he goes queen to c7 because he sees he's getting this pawn. h6, he takes the pawn. Knight d5, bishop f1, queen g6. White again has to take his bishop to g2. Knight to c3 by black. You can't take it because of rook d1, checkmate. So you have to be careful. Here white plays rook to f1 because there could also be knight to e2. It was a fork. So he went rook to f1, queen d3, a4. White keeps pushing the pawn, and this light square bishop also controls the promotion square. So it's good for white. He has an advantage. Rook d6. Black tries to get his rook. White plays a5. He keeps pushing the pawn. Rook g6. It looks like black is attacking, but white is fine here. King h1, king h7, queen d4 tries to exchange the queens. Queen f5, queen e5. Here is the mistake. You could have played h3, which would keep the game in white's favor, but queen e5 equalizes the game. Here black can play queen g4. Now there are a lot of threats, so white will have to defend him. But here white plays rook to g1, which takes the game in black's favor now. So in just two moves from white's favor, the game has turned into black's favor. And here the move is knight to d1, threatening knight into f2. It's a smothered mate. You cannot get your queen back to defend the square because the knight controls the square, and you cannot defend it with the rook because if you do so, queen into g2 is checkmate, and this light square bishop cannot defend the dark squares. So white cannot do anything, and Gukesh D lost the match, and Praggnanandhaa went on to be the champion of this Reykjavik Open 2022 chess tournament. So Gukesh D had the advantage most of the time in the game, but Praggnanandhaa held on, and finally Gukesh D did a blunder and Praggnanandhaa went on to win the match. So that's why you should never resign. So I hope you enjoyed the game. This is Edrick Vaz Chess. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.